So we showed what the search results look like, where the GMB is, but what actually is a Google My Business? So basically, it's free. It's easy to make and maintain. It doesn't take, necessarily any specialized knowledge to actually make one. It's personalized to your business and what you offer, whether that's products, whether that's services, whatever your business offers to customers, it's personalized to that. This is your first impression before a lot of customers may even see your site. Like we showed earlier, many customers, whether they're searching from their computer or their phone, that map pack where the GMBs are comes up before many of the non-advertised sites. So if you're up there in that, particularly if you're in a business, where customers going to drive to, they might be in their car, they're flipping through the map pack listings, and if you're not there, they're never going to see your site. They're never going to see your business. So it's important to get up there. GMBs also have additional information about your business. If it's a brick and mortar type business, it'll have the location, so customers can just click directions right from their phone and drive there. It'll have any hours, special accommodations, special hours, things like that that are unique to your business. Um, Also has the ability to interact with customers if that's something that you need or want. For example, if you're offering, appointment type services such as a salon, car tinting, things like that, customers may be able to contact you directly through the GMB listing. Like, hey, are you guys open today? Do you have any availability next Thursday? And it allows you or your team the ability to interact with that customer and close that lead quickly. Think about it this way. If you're busy and they're flipping through and they're trying to, they hit your site, they look, they can't find the information they need, and there's 10 other businesses, they might just move on to the next one. If there's a way that they can either see that information right away, or they can quickly ping you to get whatever information they know, and you have a staff member available to handle that and respond to them, that might close the lead before they move on to the next potential business. So what we're doing here is just trying to pepper in ways to try to expose yourself to as many customers as possible, but also the ability to capture and close them, before they move on to a different business that suits their needs. So interestingly, only 44% of small business owners have a GMB listing. So many of you may not have one already, and that's why you signed up for this course. You didn't know what it was. You're here to learn more about it, what it is, before deciding if you want or need one. Some of you may have one already, and you signed up to try to optimize a little bit better and to utilize it to its full potential. The fact that there's the vast majority of businesses that do not have a GMB is why I think this is one of the biggest pieces of marketing that a business can do to drive customers and to increase their customer base. It's, like I mentioned, I'll continue to mention the high level overview of a GMB is not that complicated, but people can get frustrated in trying to make one, trying to optimize it. It's not something where you just make and put in a couple random words and you're done. That'll get you a GMB, but we want you to have one that is going to work for you, and leverage the abilities of it to its full potential in order to get you the best outcome. So again, if you don't have a GMB, it's fine. It's not too late. You're in the right place. Like I mentioned in the introduction, the tincture of time for many of these marketing outside of paid advertisements is really what it comes down to. None of this stuff happens overnight. If someone guarantees you results overnight, don't believe them. Having done this for a while, it's time that counts the most. And so if you don't have one, the best day to do it is today. Get that out there, get it seasoning and get you moving in the right direction. Businesses in that top 3 of the listings I showed you will get up to 50% more traffic just from that business listing, regardless of their website. If you get into that top 3, that doesn't happen overnight. Like I mentioned, it's time that helps this process. But there are things we can show you that help with the process, that help speed it up, that we'll get into later when we optimize the GMB. Nothing that's going to fast forward it to, next week, you're going to have, 50% of your market share, but we can help show you setting it up the correct way, optimizing it the correct way, and utilizing it the correct way to get you the best, fastest results as possible utilizing this. We already went over kind of what is a GMB, but just again, Think of it, in a different way. It's sort of a yellow page listing, so to speak, in Google. When you're looking for a plumber in the yellow pages, you see a bunch of listings. If you remember, some of those listings, had larger boxes or content. Think of that as the GMB. It's meant to kind of stand out and grab the customer's eye and their attention when they're perusing or searching for a certain service or product. So what kind of things are exactly in a GMB? So the Google My Business profile listing, it'll have your business name. It'll have contact information such as the phone number. It'll have your website information. So it'll have the URL to the website that you have. It'll list the hours that your business operates, what days of the week, what hours. It'll have an area for a business description and what sort of services or products are offered by your business. It'll have the service area. So if you're a brick and mortar business, it'll have your address so customers can show up to talk, to use your products, to buy your products. If you're a service type industry, such as tree service, concrete service that typically goes to customers' sites of location, it'll have a service area. So you might cover Dallas, Texas, but in the example of the DFW area, you might also cover Fort Worth. You might cover Plano. You might cover Frisco. So those service areas get put into the GMB. And again, for those who have GMBs and might not know this, if you're limiting yourself just to one suburb and you're a service area type business and don't utilize that function of the GMB, you could be missing out on hundreds, if not thousands, of potential customers just by not having that service area listed in your profile. As I mentioned, you have the ability to interact with customers if you choose, you or part of your team. While this may seem like it could be, an added task or added time or cost to your business, again, this is going to depend on what kind of business you're in. But if it's one where you have many competitors and you need to capture and convert clients quickly, this might be a way to do that. This might be, the difference between you and Bob, who's next in line, that they're going to go down to if you were busy with a client and weren't able to answer the phone, or maybe they didn't have the information on their website that they needed. If it's a quick type of transaction type business, customers aren't going to wait. They're not going to email. They're not going to wait for you to return their phone call. In some situations, they just want to know what they want to know at that moment. And this is a way for you to provide that and garner a customer. This last one, reviews. This is huge. We'll go into it later, but this is also a way to help improve your rankings or your position in that business listing. So customer goes and buys one of your products, goes out to eat your restaurants, enlists you for a service that you provide, whatever it may be. They have the ability to leave a review. Saying 1 through 5 stars, how the service was, what parts were good, and they can leave a text review on your business. You also have the ability to respond back. It won't have your name, it'll have business owner when you respond. Thanks, John, for the review. It was a pleasure meeting you and your family. Hope to see you guys again, whatever it may be. This is also an underutilized portion that we'll get into an optimization on leveraging the power of GMB and getting your profile higher in the business listings. So this is very important, not only for the ranking process, but also word of mouth and types of businesses. If a customer is searching for a certain product or certain service, and there's 5 or 10 different types of businesses in the area that offer that, they're going to look at reviews. It's right there on the GMB profile. And so are they going to pick someone with 51-star reviews, or are they going to pick someone with a 4.5 star rating and they've got 50 or 100 reviews showing over and over again that the service or the product is quality from that company? So this is a very, very important portion. We'll get to that later in a bit.